Good morning and welcome back to Her Words or Truth podcast. This is the first self-care Saturday since summer break, and I've had a lot of time to really focus on my ideas and my podcast and exactly where I wanted to go with this self-care segment that I have. And today I just want to talk about realignment. It's easy and it's often that we get wrapped up in what's going on around us and life just kind of keeps going. And sometimes there's hurdles and there's tribulations and you get thrown off course. Or you have to prioritize other things for the moment. And that's kind of where I am. For those who don't know, I had taken a break from my podcast just due to circumstance and needing the time to be put towards more personal things. And during that time, I had a literal pulling and tug of war with myself because I wanted to fulfill my passion. I wanted to do what I love, which is podcast, because it's my freedom, it's my voice, and I get to speak on what I want to speak on. And it's just a experience that takes me to another level because it's all my own. And it's taken me a minute, but I am back. And so with that being said, for Self-Care Saturday, I want to speak on realigning with what you want. When things are going on around you and you're wrapped up and you're busy and you kind of are in this go mode, it's hard to stop. It's hard to pull the brakes for a minute because it seems like everything else is important and it kind of pushes your things to the back burner. And sometimes that's just life. That's just what happens. But at some point, when things do kind of calm down and you kind of get the space to do so, you need to just reflect and get back to what you want. Get back to your goals, get back to your dreams and what your focus was. There's always going to be something, no matter how life goes, no matter where life takes you, that is for you, and you know it. Like, you feel it deep in the pit of your soul that it's for you. And it's like no matter what other things you try, you keep getting pulled back to it. Whatever that thing is, that is your passion, that is your purpose. And for a while, you may have to kind of push it off, shrug it off a little bit. You may try to run from it, but it's going to draw you in no matter what it is. So for me, over the last few years, it's been my voice, it's been my podcast, it's been my writing, anything that allows me to express myself. And here I am back again, and I just want to tell you that no matter where the time has gone, the fire in you is still there. It's what you're going to do with it. So when you feel you're ready, because you may not feel now's the right time to fulfill your passion or whatever it is, but when the time is right, you're going to know it, you're going to feel it. So just take time, even if now is not the moment for you. Don't let it die. Don't forget what it is you were aiming for. Even in the midst of life, I'm a big journal person. Keep a journal. Even if you just write 3 or 4 sentences a night about your day, about your thoughts, something that may have happened to you that affected you in a certain way. Make sure you keep a log, keep a journal, keep a diary, whatever you want to call it, and keep coming back to it. Because as you start to go over, your entries, you'll realize some things are repetitive. And whatever that thing is, or those things are that are repetitive, that's what's for you. So that means that no matter what life throws at you, no matter what comes up, no matter what happens, that is the thing that's for you. So it's going to come to you in its appointed time. Don't get discouraged. Don't feel like you didn't work hard enough. Don't give up on what it is that you want. It just may not be the right season for it. So take time to just realign and find out exactly what it is that you want for yourself, what you think your passion is, what it is that you love to do. And every day, just build upon it. Even if you can't go full-fledged into it, maybe you can do research, maybe you can, dabble in it a little bit, do a few practice episodes, do a few songs, a few open mics, whatever your talent, whatever your gift is, whatever you're drawn to, you can still hone those skills, you can still aim for it, even if timing may be off. You can still work towards it in little ways, little small steps. And don't get discouraged in the moments, because you're going to have a lot of moments and it's going to seem like what you want is so minuscule that it may not be as important, or you may not think it's going to bring you the results that you want it to. But if you're drawn to it and you have the passion, you have the time, and you put in the effort and the work, it's going to come to you. It may not come when you think it will, but in a point in time, it will work out in your favor. I also want to remind you all about caring and loving on yourself. It is very easy to get lost in the day-to-day and get lost in the chaos, and you may forget, but it's the small things that you do for yourself. Washing your hair, keeping clean nails, clean toenails, catering to your skin regimen, whatever it is, do it, because those small things matter. What you don't want to happen is that you get so absorbed in everything going on around you, and you get absorbed in your routine of life, that you lose yourself. And trust me, it can happen. You will just be in the midst, and then you'll just take a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and you'll realize, what's happened to me? I don't look how I used to look. I don't feel how I used to, feel good, or I don't feel, sometimes you don't feel healthy, sometimes you just don't feel, joy or just excitement, or you just don't feel life sometimes. That is the moment to take a pause and stop. Because if you are not right, if you don't feel right, if you're not loving on yourself and caring for yourself, it will begin to show. It'll begin to show in your actions. It'll begin to show in your behaviors. And you won't progress the way you want to. So make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Take that 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is that you need to just pour into yourself. Read affirmations, speak positivity over yourself, and listen to positive things. Sometimes the things that we listen to, the things that we watch, we don't even realize that it's impacting us. So it's important to keep positive sounds, positive things on your screens, so that you're always full of light, you're always full of love. You don't want to ever be filled with toxicity or negativity or just bad vibes or bad feelings. So be mindful of what you're watching, be mindful of what you're reading. And if you don't have anything positive, write them down for yourself. Write down 5 or 10 things that you love about yourself. Then you can write down things that you need to work on for yourself. Because at the end of the day, the goal is to become the best version of yourself, for yourself and those that you do love. So that is what I wanted to share with you all today for Self-Care Saturday. I'm happy to be back. Thank you all for listening, and tune in for next week's episode.